Many of us know that animals such as honeybees are important in providing ecosystem services such as pollination, but just how essential are they? Animal-based pollination contributes to 30% of global food production, and bee-pollinated crops contribute to approximately 1/3 of the total human dietary supply. That's 1 out of 3 meals that humans consume every day. Pollinators are so important that it is estimated that without them, half of all of the flowering plants would suffer a decline in fertility of over 80%, while a third would not produce seeds at all. As well, pollination from honeybees and other insects and vertebrates have a massive economic impact. It is estimated that between $235 and $577 billion worth of annual global food production lies on their contribution. The loss of pollinators has many consequences for the health of humans, animals, and the environment. It means that our foods will be less nutritious and there will be decreased agricultural yields, leading to problems surrounding food security and the development of diet-related health issues. The decrease in crop yields also means that there will be less food to feed livestock, resulting in a reduced supply of meat and dairy products. This decreased productivity in the agricultural sector equates to economic losses, which could lead to the loss of jobs and inflation. Finally, the loss of pollinator diversity would lead to overall plant and animal biodiversity loss, and thus the decrease in their ability to fight pests and diseases, and provide ecosystem services that allow us to have clean air and water, as well as high-quality nutritious foods. We've established that pollinators such as honeybees are essential in maintaining health and global food systems, but sadly, their population has seen steady declines over the past several decades. In the United States alone, the total number of managed bee colonies has decreased from 5 million in the 1940s to about 2.66 million today. One of the drivers of pollinator decline is the use of pesticides. Neonicotinoids are a class of synthetic insecticides that were introduced in the early 1990s and are chemically similar to nicotine. Pollinators can be exposed to neonicotinoids when they travel outside of the hive to collect pollen. Once infected by the toxin, it can lead to abnormal foraging activities, impaired development, neurological or cognitive effects, death, and colony collapse disorder. Colony collapse disorder, or CCD, is a symptomatic disease and is commonly characterized by the disappearance of adult honeybees in winter from hives containing adequate store food, such as honey, nectar, and pollen. In addition to pesticide exposure, there are a variety of causes of CCD, such as the presence of pests and diseases, bee management practices, malnutrition, and anthropogenic factors like toxic chemicals in the environment. In 2014, the neonicotinoid market was worth over $3 billion, and it contributed to a market share of at least 25% of all global insecticide sales. One study showed that in countries with the greatest pesticide use per hectare, pollinator losses resulted in large global economic losses of about $40 to $135 billion. The study also found that countries such as Japan, Italy, and Malaysia will be greatly impacted in terms of economic and pollinator losses, with China experiencing up to 10 times more losses than other countries, representing almost 70% of total global losses. You may be wondering, what are we doing to stop this? In an effort to combat the loss of pollinators due to the use of neonicotinoids, many countries around the world have restricted or banned the use of several neonicotinoid insecticides. In Canada, there are currently 3 neonicotinoids approved for use. In the European Union, all neonicotinoids of high risk to bees have been banned since 2018. In the United States, the Environmental Protection Agency has set dates for the completion of risk assessments for neonicotinoids in 2023 and 2024. Currently, neonicotinoids are at least partially banned in select states such as Maine, Arizona, and New Jersey, and a few other states have taken it upon themselves to enact similar legislation. But is this legislation going to be enough to solve the pollinator crisis? If we want to continue living with a wide variety of food and improve our current state of global food insecurity, more has to be done. It is all of our responsibility to act and take care of our planet and the diverse organisms that call it home.